What's up, guys? Welcome to Crypto Freaks. We have a lot to cover today. I'm just going to be filling you in on some of the news, and we're going to do some TA on Bitcoin and Cardano just to see what's going to happen. Possible bit of bad news for tomorrow. We'll see. But let's go ahead and start with the good news. It looks like a report just came out. $600 billion has flowed into the exchanges, and people are saying it's knocking on XRP, Bitcoin, Solana, and Cardano, and Shiba Inu's door. It's going to be a year to remember. I mean, everything I'm hearing from everybody, by the way, specifically, the number is $596 billion of capital has flowed in so far in Q4. But everything that I have heard from everyone out there is that this bull run is going to be a bull run to remember, because we will never see something to this scale happen again. The amount of capital that's going to be shifting is a one-in-a-lifetime event. I mean, we're basically creating a whole new asset class. It's kind of like how the stock market was born in the very beginning. Imagine how much money and wealth was created from that. We are going to see an event bigger than even that in this bull run. So, just to give you guys a bit of good news there, we have some other stuff here too, but let's go ahead and first jump into what Cardano's founder, Charles Hoskinson, has recently said. Apparently, there was talk of XRP wanting to partner with Cardano, but the founder said no. He's not interested. So here's the article. Charles Hoskinson has once again reasserted his opinion on a potential partnership between XRP and Cardano. His recent comment after a member of XRP community dug up past remarks that the Cardano founder had made. It says, in a post on his X platform, Hoskinson explained that the reason ADA will not partner with XRP is because of the 2 years of daily harassment by the XRP community. Yeah, guys, you see what happens? You start talking crap to these other projects, and the owners and founders, they aren't too happy with that. So that ends up excluding you from future partnerships and things like that. So very important point here that we're looking at. I mean, this man was harassed by a bunch of noobs and diehards for XRP. And, the guys just had enough. He said no. Also, on top of that, the Cardano founder mentioned that Ripple, which is XRP, was built for different purpose. This is unlike Cardano, Tezos, Ethereum, Polkadot, and Algorand, which are solving similar problems, according to him. Hoskinson seemed to conclude that ADA and XRP had no business together, as the connection of the tech makes no sense. Meanwhile, Hoskinson wasn't done talking about the harassment, which he had earlier mentioned. He doesn't foresee any partnership given his claims about the XRP community's constant personal attacks, harassment, and utter inability to have a conversation. Yeah. You see, guys, when you act immature, this is what happens. He called them toxic and petty. So, keep in mind for future reference, it's not a good idea to have infighting in the crypto community. I mean, everybody should be working together to help the crypto community come up together. But you guys basically join your team and turn into a diehard. And what's even worse is you're attacking other projects and their founders. That's actually pretty despicable. All right. Moving on, we have a bit of, this is some massive news. It speaks to the approval of the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, and BitWise is so confident that they hired the Dos Equis guy, I forget the guy's name, but he was the Dos Equis guy. They hired him to do a commercial for it before it's even been approved. So let's go ahead and watch that real quick, see what that's about. Guys, that is ballsy. That is ballsy, and also very telling for us because, how much money did they spend on this guy to drop this ad ahead of the approval? I mean, that's basically telling us that, if this company's dropping that kind of dough to put out this ad already, that's things are looking up. Things are looking up. And this isn't the first one. I think there's been another discovery that happened in the community where Google has recently approved Bitcoin advertisements, which people believe that they're doing this in anticipation to the approval of the ETF. So, the audio didn't come through on that? Oh, well, that's a shame. I must be having some kind of audio issues here. Hang on a sec. That's weird. I see it coming through. I'm going to have to figure that out. But yeah, I would say go look this up. It's on Twitter or X. You guys can look up the BitWise crypto ad and it'll come up. You can just Google it even and it'll come up. All right. So yeah, that should already tell you how good things are. And Google also approving the ads for crypto, which they had recently banned, by the way. So that right there, that coupled with this, it's looking very positive that this thing is going to be approved. I mean, but you never know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. But Dos Equis, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into our next piece of news. Shiba Inu sees trillions in accumulation spree by mega whales. So there's been around $42 million in currency that has been transferred from one wallet to another. And this has triggered a bunch of excitement in the Shiba community. Also, there's been a huge burn, which sent the price up 16.2%. It looks like they burned 8.6 billion tokens. This is something that they're going to be doing moving forward. I mean, they've already done another one that was this large. I think they did this on the 4th of December, the first one. And then they just did this one in the last 24 hours. So 8.6 billion sheep burned, and they're saying that this is only the beginning. They're going to be regularly burning. It says, according to the social media post by Lucy, the burn was the second of its kind carried out by the Shiba Inu team, with future burn events on the way. Interestingly, Shiba Inu's team carried out a similar burn of over 8 billion tokens on December 4th. So, there's tons and tons of Shiba out there, and I think the insiders are going to be the ones probably to burn the most in order to move this thing up. So they're just going to basically burn their way to the top, and really, that's the only way to move so much. I mean, if we get the amount of sentiment that we had last bull run on Sheep, that was insane. That was like a one in a lifetime thing that I've seen. The amount that it moved up, it pretty much outpaced everything out there. And it was a rocket ship. I mean, this right here is kind of the record setter for all-time crypto moves in such a short period of time. And really, I do think that Shiba Inu is going to make a comeback, and these burns are the things that are triggering it. And every time they burn, they increase interest. People start buying in, and it keeps moving up. So that has, a dual effect of actually, burning away, which is deflating the value of it, which basically increases it, right? The less you have, the more valuable it is. So the more they burn, the more valuable it becomes. And on top of that, people join in and buy more because of the interest that it drums up. So, this is kind of like an accumulation period, and whales, like it said, are moving in to the Shiba token. So, all right, moving on, Solana hacked again, guys. This is the reason, and I've said this before, this is the reason why I do not go near Solana. I just do not trust it. It's been unstable. It's crashed multiple times. It's been hacked so many times I cannot recall. And this isn't like infighting or anything like that. This is just a fact. You can go back and look at the history of Solana. It's been hacked a ridiculous amount of times. I do not understand the amount of interest in Solana when there are many other more secure tokens out there that are doing the same thing. I just don't get it. But again, we have another one. 80% of liquidity lost. That is ridiculous. So Aurori Gaming on Solana was hit by a major hack, losing 80% in Ori USD pool, which is their liquidity pool. The team acts fast, disabling sync space to protect funds and stabilize the market. A Solana-based gaming platform, Aurori, has faced a big security breach, causing it to lose 80% of the liquidity. The hacker exploited the sync space bridge, helping him withdraw about 600,000 Ori tokens to Arbitrum, and he sold them all. SyncSpace was quickly disabled to stop further issues protecting user funds and NFTs. Yeah, guys, but what about the people who lost $600,000? I mean, how many investors got screwed out of that? So the Ori token's value dropped by 17%. Wow. This is what I'm talking about when I say Solana is one of those tokens that I will never touch with a 10-foot pole, because they have over time consistently proven that they're just not stable and they're not secure. So, I mean, it's already risky enough, right? Putting your money in these tokens. But on top of that, now you got to worry about the hackers and the stability of the network causing the price to dip even harder. Yeah. So, on the other hand, though, we do have something on Solana, which is Bonk, which is going bonkers. It's been going bonkers until it just recently pulled back. We'll take a quick look at the chart on that as well. But that, I believe, may be, I don't know, like a sister, I don't know what you want to call it, a sister token to maybe Shiba, right? It's a meme token. And then we also have SNEC on Cardano. But Bonkers has been going bonkers. It's doing something that reminded me of what Shiba was doing. The way it's moving up, it reminded me of Shiba. So, yeah, I mean, hey, we want to make money, right? And that thing's flying up. I'm not telling you to invest your money in that. Obviously, this isn't financial advice, but the type of moves that I've been seeing on Bonkers is just reminiscent of Shiba. So, and since we are at the beginning of this bull run, you never know what's going to happen, right? All right. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at some possible bad news here. Okay. So we're looking at the liquidity heat map here. And let me go ahead and move us over to the trading view chart here. All right. So based on that liquidity map, we have a couple of key points that I've marked. And that would be at 43,800, where liquidations are set to possibly happen. $325 million in liquidations could be triggered on at 43,800, and those I believe are shorts, right? So we would be liquidating $325 million in shorts if we hit 43,800. And what's even worse is at 42,200, we have about 157 million in aggregated liquidations that would be happening on the longs. So seeing that on CoinGlass, seeing both of those points on CoinGlass has made me think, coupled with the we have news coming tomorrow for the building permits. Normally building permits it's not like a market moving event, but in light of any other information, or in lieu of any other information, it kind of acts as an accelerant to what's already happening. So if we do end up moving upward here, and that would put us into tomorrow when that report comes out, right? If we keep on moving upward and we trigger those liquidations up here, man, 325 million can cause a domino effect and cause this thing to drop drastically. And then this is like a worst case scenario I'm describing here, guys, but I just kind of see it's like puzzle pieces, it's like dominoes that are set. If these dominoes get triggered, we could possibly see Bitcoin dropping down to 41,785, somewhere in that range, 41.8, something in that range. If that does happen, because what would happen is first we would trigger the 325 million roughly in liquidations. That would dip us down, possibly. I don't know how far down, right? It's going to dip us down. But if it brings us down and then triggers these liquidations down here, another 157 million, we're looking at around roughly $500 million in liquidations if this crazy thing ends up happening, right? And that news coming out tomorrow being bad could possibly cause it to tumble further, hitting this Fibonacci level of 41,785. So just letting you guys know, I mean, this is like a temporary, even if it does play out this way, it would be like a temporary move down, obviously, because everything is looking bright with the Bitcoin ETF being approved. Well, hasn't been, but all signs are pointing to yes, right? Yeah, so I mean, we might see a temporary downward move, a few $1,000s. Well, actually, yeah, well, from its very high where it triggers the liquidation. So, all right, I don't want to leave you guys with possible bad news. So, let's see, what else do we have today? Sorry, guys, my voice is still kind of gravelly. I've been sick for a week and I've been out. Let's see. Okay. So we do have something else, which is all the main alts are a near bull breaking point is what they're calling it. Let me go ahead. Oh, wait, I know. Let's go ahead and really quick. We'll come back to that. Let's pull up. Curious about what Bonk's doing here. Eesh. Yeah. It's kind of been dumping. Stair-stepping down. And this could be related also to the Solana hack that just happened. See, this is the thing with Solana, man. I just don't trust Solana. It opened and flew up and then came back down. But normally that happens when it first opens. You see a huge candle going up on day one, and then you see it going down, and then it starts to recover. But some of the market's been recovering more than this. I mean, as you can see, here's Cardano. It's moving into a triangle here, which should either cause a break up or a break down. Let's hope it's a break up, but and yeah, there's room actually on the RSI when we see, I mean, it's not like it's been overbought or anything like that. So we have, but the other thing is we have hours and hours until the report tomorrow. Yeah. So that could potentially trigger the Bitcoin liquidations to start occurring. So I was like thinking twice about possibly covering this, but I mean, it's just what I saw, and I could be wrong. I mean, this doesn't mean it's necessarily going to play out, obviously, but when I see things that are kind of like set up in a way where it's going to create a possible perfect storm for liquidations to happen, I'm just telling you guys, if you guys are day trading or doing whatever, it might be of interest to you. Again, not financial advice. Do what you will with that information, but there may be a perfect storm developing for 500 million in liquidations possibly tomorrow. And that's, again, that's based on charts that I'm looking at. I'm looking at heat maps. Let me go ahead and pull up that heat map real quick. Okay. So you guys know, you know, I'm not like pulling this out of nowhere. All right. So as you guys can see, we have a massive accumulation here of, what's this at? 500 million on a long position. And that is at 42.2. It's about 42.2. As you guys can see. So, you know, that's like a ton of leverage that's just sitting there. If it gets triggered, yeah, I don't know. If they don't pull their positions or sell out or capitulate prior to that, I don't know. But if they don't, that's, you know, huge amounts of liquidation that can occur. There was also that was for the right. That's for the longs, and then the shorts also had around. Let's see, what was it at? Wow, this is changing as we move. So it's accumulated to, let's see, 43. What did I say? Was that 43.8, right? Yeah. So 43.8, roughly. 350, yeah, 350 million there. So, guys, the short position has actually grown since I looked at it last. It's gotten even larger. So, yeah, you guys can do with that what you will, but we possibly may be seeing a huge leg down tomorrow. All right. And again, you know, this is definitely not financial advice. Do with that what you will. And I think that's about it. Oh, wait, we were going to cover one more thing before I cut you guys loose. Right. Okay. So, looks like Tether Whales injected 1.7 billion. Bitcoin experienced a turbulent start this month. Let's go ahead and move down. Bitcoin's growth on Friday, drawing attention to the significant role played by the top 100 largest Tether addresses. According to the firm, these addresses injected a staggering 1.67 billion into the market over the past 6 months, reflecting a 9.7% rise in their buying power. So, I mean, based on everything we see, all the signals and all the signs out there that we're looking at basically show us that there is a massive accumulation stage that we're in right now. Everybody is dumping a lot of cash onto the exchanges. And I think they're just getting ready for the approval of this ETF. So even if we see some downward action tomorrow, guys, don't be, don't panic. Don't do anything. It'll be fine. Just wait it out because, starting January, we should see good news based on everything we're seeing, all the reports and all of the ads that are already prematurely coming out. It's possibly going to be good news. All right, guys, that's it for today. And I will be streaming again tomorrow.